Imagine needing a whopping $50,000 to cover your basic living expenses for 1 year. Sounds crazy, right? Well, welcome to 2025. The cost of living has skyrocketed, making every day a challenge to keep up financially. Inflation, once a distant buzzword, now rears its head with every purchase. Your weekly grocery basket, it's doubled in price. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The housing market is another beast entirely, with prices soaring beyond the reach of many. The global economy isn't helping either. Shifts and changes around the world are having a ripple effect, driving prices further up and making the financial future uncertain. It's a harsh reality, but it's the world we're living in. So how do we survive these skyrocketing prices? How can we make sure our hard-earned money stretches as far as possible? Let's dive into some frugal living strategies. Budgeting sounds boring, right? But it's our first strategy to combat high living costs. Now, before you roll your eyes, let's talk about why it's so important. Budgeting is like a roadmap for your finances. It gives you a clear view of where your money is going, and more importantly, where you want it to go. Consider the story of Jane. A few years ago, Jane was just like many of us, living paycheck to paycheck, feeling like she was running on a financial treadmill. She decided to take control, and the first step she took was to create a budget. Jane started tracking her income and expenses, making a plan for every dollar. Over time, she was able to save a significant amount and even started investing, all thanks to the power of budgeting. Now, you may be wondering, how do I start budgeting? Well, there are several methods you can try. The first is the 50-30-20 rule. This rule suggests that 50% of your income should go to necessities, 30% to wants, and the remaining 20% to savings. It's a simple and straightforward method, especially for beginners. If you want a more hands-on approach, try the envelope method. Here, you allocate a specific amount of cash to different spending categories, each in its own envelope. Once the cash in an envelope is spent, that's it for the month. It's a tangible way to keep your spending in check. Lastly, there's zero-based budgeting. This method requires you to assign every dollar a job, whether it's for living expenses, debt repayment, or savings. It's a bit more time-consuming, but it gives you complete control over your money. Remember, budgeting isn't about giving up everything you love, but rather understanding where your money goes. It's about making informed decisions so you can enjoy what you love today, while also planning for tomorrow. So, are you ready to take control of your finances through the art of budgeting? Next, we attack the grocery list. With smart shopping and meal planning, we can shave off a hefty chunk from our monthly expenses. Now envision your grocery list as a battlefield. Every item on that list is a potential saving. Let's strategize. First up, bulk buying. This strategy is simple. If you're buying items you frequently consume and they have a long shelf life, buy them in bulk. Not only does this save money, but it also saves time. Think about it. If you buy a large pack of toilet paper, you won't have to keep running to the store every week. Next, let's talk about generic brands. Many people have the misconception that generic brands are inferior to name brands, but in reality, they often come from the same factories, just in different packaging. Opting for generic brands can save you a good deal of money without sacrificing quality. Another tactic is shopping sales. Be on the lookout for discounts and deals. However, a word of caution here, don't be lured into buying stuff you don't need just because it's on sale. That's not saving, that's spending. Moving on to meal planning. Planning your meals in advance and preparing a grocery list accordingly can prevent overspending on food. This way, you buy only what you need and avoid wasting food. It also saves time, as you don't have to figure out what to cook every day. Let me share a story. There's a family of 4 who spent over $1,000 on groceries every month. They decided to implement these strategies, and within a few months, they managed to reduce their food budget by nearly half. That's right, half. These are not just theories, folks. These are tried and tested strategies that have worked for many. So, get your shopping carts ready and prepare to charge at those grocery aisles. Remember, a dollar saved on groceries is a dollar earned. Do you know that? Do it. Yourself isn't just a trend, it's a money-saving superpower. Welcome to the world of DIY, where you are the creator, the fixer, and the saver. It's a realm where you can transform everyday items into unique masterpieces, fix broken things without calling for professional help, and more importantly, save those precious pennies. Let's start with a tale from the heartland. Meet John, a regular guy who decided to take a plunge into the DIY universe. When his kitchen faucet started leaking, instead of calling a plumber, he rolled up his sleeves and got down to work. After a quick search on the internet, he found a step-by-step guide, and within a few hours, the leak was a thing of the past. Now, not only is he the household hero, but he also saved a hefty sum that would have otherwise gone to the plumber. Next up, we have Sarah, a mother of two, who found a way to cut down on clothing costs. With basic sewing skills, she started mending torn clothes and even creating new outfits for her children. Her DIY journey began with learning from online tutorials, and gradually, she mastered the art of sewing. Today, she not only saves on clothes, but also creates unique, customized outfits that are the talk of the town. Cooking at home is another fantastic way to embrace the DIY spirit. It's not just about saving money, but also about exploring flavors and creating healthier meals. Just as Lisa, a college student who swapped takeouts for home-cooked meals. She started small, with easy recipes, and gradually worked her way up to gourmet dishes. Now, she enjoys delicious meals without burning a hole in her pocket. So, where can you acquire these money-saving superpowers? The internet is awash with resources. Websites, online courses, YouTube tutorials, and even community workshops can set you on your DIY journey. Remember, every skill you acquire, every project you undertake, adds up to significant savings over time. DIY isn't just about creativity, it's about making your wallet happier. So, are you ready to roll up your sleeves and dive into the world of DIY? Surviving high living costs in 2025 isn't impossible. It just requires a little creativity and a lot of discipline. Remember, the art of budgeting is the cornerstone of financial freedom. It's all about knowing where your money goes and making conscious decisions. When it comes to smart shopping and meal planning, remember that a little preparation can go a long way in saving you a substantial amount of money. And let's not forget the power of do-it-yourself projects. With a little bit of time and effort, you can save a lot by simply doing things yourself. Now, I encourage you to give these strategies a shot. Try them out, tweak them to suit your lifestyle, and see the difference they can make. And once you do, share your experiences with us. We'd love to hear about your journey. So here's a thought-provoking question for you. What would you do if you could save an extra $10,000 a year? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe for more money-saving tips. Check out my next video that YouTube suggests, and I'll see you on the other side.